Hey guys, this is Hee-Haw with Dark Moon Cards and Games. It's been a little while since before Christmas since I've done any videos. But we enjoyed our Christmas break and we had to get ready for MAGfest, and we just finished that this past weekend. So now that that's all out of the way, we'll get back to trying to get you some more videos. I wanted to start this year with something that we haven't seen for a while, and hopefully something that we'll get back to throughout the rest of the year, which is in-person games. And I've got a little help to do that, of course. Today with me, I've also had Logan.
Hey, and yeah, we'll just be opening these up and show you what's inside.
Alright, so we're going to get these unboxed, and then we will just lay everything out here and show you what's in them. I'll get you some shots too, just to show you the deck list. So let's take a look at what's inside. Alright, as you can see, we have everything open. There's nothing super complex about any of these. These are just two basically really deep, really good starter decks. But what is included here is nice, especially if you are getting into the game and just trying to learn how to play Pokemon in general and then play competitive decks. They do come with a little guide about how to play each individual deck, give you the basic strategy of how all the parts work, which we'll get to by just showing you in person. Then there also is just a general rules book for the game. The decks themselves are included in these little cardboard deck boxes, which again are fine if you don't sleeve your cards. If you do sleeve them, you'll have to get a bigger deck box. But again, it's a good place to start. And then you get your 4 copies, 2 each of your good cards, 2 Single Strike Urshifu VMAXs, 2 Single Strike Urshifus, and then the same on the Rapid Strike side. And then we also have these other counters too that Logan's will tell you about.
So yeah, they got a poison burn counter, and they also double as coins. So you can flip these if you don't already have one of your own. Then we got damage counters, just a clear, see-through 6-sided dice, and then damage counters that go through 60 and all the way up to the higher damage, like 180.
So that should cover, these guys are 330 HP both. So you have to do a little math, but you can get there with the damage counters included. So what we're going to do next, we're going to get these things sleeved, because we do like to sleeve our cards, just because we're kind of vigorous Pokemon players. We will get them sleeved, and then we're going to see how they match up against each other. See if Rapid Strike or Single Strike is better. I think I probably already know the answer to that, but we'll test it out in person for you. Alright, so I won the toss, and I'm going to go first. Both of these decks have got evolution lines in them, so to me it seems pretty obvious the thing to do is go first, so you can evolve first. But of course you're limited not being able to play that supporter on the first turn. So, but I think that's still worth the trade-off. See what we get, and I don't have a wonderful start, but we'll see if we can play out of it a little bit. Got our prizes, everything. I think we're set here. You can see I'm starting with a Rangaroo, and it's not ideal. Got a couple switch cards I can get out of that. I've got my escape rope. Probably I'm gonna play this Tower of Darkness down. Tower of Darkness lets me discard any Single Strike card from my hand, then draw 2. My choice is going to be, I guess, my Single Strike Energy, which I'm going to do. I can get those back with the Urn of Vitality, so I'm not too worried about throwing a couple of those away. I'll quick ball away this Fighting Energy. Fighting Energy, they put several in here. It's kind of only good for Urshifu's, what's this thing called? Laser Focus attack, where it lets you search out fighting energies and attach it. Really beyond that, you're just recycling these Single Strike energies. So I'm not going to worry about tossing a couple of those. I've got my Houndour with Quick Ball. I'm going to go ahead and use Primate Wisdom from a Rangaroo card from my hand on top, and then take the top card, and that didn't bear any fruit, so it is Logan's turn.
So I'll draw, play on the Remoraid, get the Single Strike, Rapid Strike Search going next turn hopefully. Quick Ball, just the other quick ball search out. I've also got Cincino in this deck, so I want to get that Mincino started.
Yeah, I think here recently we've seen a lot of that line go to a Teleon, but Cincino is a really good draw in any deck, so I like him in that Rapid Strike Urshifu. I'd take him in the Single Strike one if it fit, but I don't think it would fit.
Just depending on which energy to play here, I'll play the stone so I don't take any damage, more damage than I need to. And go ahead and attack with the strafe, and just think about whether I want to switch or keep him in the active. Ends up doing 60 damage because of weakness, but I will end up switching because I want to retreat and use the VMAX next turn.
I guess that's you don't have to switch on that, right? Okay. So I'm gonna evolve into Houndoom, and that is really the engine that drives this thing. It's like, again, you just got to get them out. But his Single Strike Roar lets you attach the Single Strike energies. I'm gonna Primate Wisdom again. Not getting much from there, so go ahead and Marnie. I guess I could have waited to use Primate Wisdom, but I was kind of hoping to maybe get another, maybe a way to get an Urshifu down before I Marnied. That didn't happen, so let's see what we get off Marnie. There's a quick ball. I'm gonna toss the I don't want to say Super Rod, Ordinary Rod. Not a bad card in here. I'm not sure it's something that I would include, but that is included in this deck, so I'll use that to get my my Single Strike Urshifu down.
Good for that 2/2 line if you get knocked out.
Yeah, it's definitely good to recycle Houndooms. I think that's the other thing that's weird about this list, that it does have 2 Orangaroos. So I'm gonna use Tower of Darkness, draw a couple more. I tossed 1 urn. I've got 4 urns, so I've got a lot of chances to get energy back. I got my stone energy attached as well, and that's all I can do.
Alright, I'll draw, evolve to the Urshifu VMAX, Evolution Instance out the Artillery, and then use the Rapid Strike Search. Or a Carina's Focus. Looks like the best card in this situation.
Yeah, Carina's Focus is basically like, what was that? Was that Lily?
Bianca or Lily.
Yeah, Bianca too. But really good in this one because Artillery lets you grab him and get out of any bad hand.
I have Escape Rope, so I'll play that so I don't have to get the Stadium this turn, and I can play my Supporter.
That means I've got to switch, which I don't have anything good here. I don't want to lose this Houndoom, and I don't want to take damage. I can reduce a little bit of damage with that Stone Energy Urshifu, so I'll do that. That's where Rapid Strike is tough, because he does more damage with 1 energy.
I'll play the Focus without attaching, so I can hopefully attach to the other Urshifu, which I luckily drew right there. Attach a Stone, and level ball out the Cincino, so I can start doing. So I keep going so I can have a consistent draw engine.
Is it make doing or making do? Depends on whether your Cincino is half empty or half full.
And then I'll make do the energy. Since there's a lot of extra energy in this deck, it's fine to use fighting energy there. Fan the Waves here to make sure I can do the most damage with my Gale Thrust, removing his Stone Energy.
No, that's I've got to put it on. That stinks.
And then just using Gale Thrust for 150.
That is a lot for 1 energy. Really not good to have lost that energy. So I'm gonna use Tower of Darkness again, losing another urn. Might be going a little bit too aggressive with those. I may need those urns, but I've got to get something going here. Quick ball away this Houndour. I don't think I was looking at Stonejourner. Another interesting inclusion in this deck. I'm not sure that's something I would keep, but just kind of checking how many of what I do have my full line. So I will get out another Single Strike Urshifu. And since I've got so much damage on this active one, I think it's going to be best to just try to get him set up. He does want, trying to do some math here, not my strong point. I'll attach a Single Strike energy from my hands. I don't take damage that way. I'll do a little escape rope action of my own. I guess I could have laser focused with him, but I'm going to go ahead and charge with Houndoom. Get that second Single Strike on. Really, that's the strength of this one, is to try to load those energies on and just get a one-hit knockout on anything, which you can pull off several times if you manage your energy correctly. I do have to take damage by using that ability. And then Our Professor's Research for 7. Kind of glad I didn't take the Stonejourner because I got him anyway. I'll go ahead and bench him. Kind of one of those, to me, it's almost a distraction card in this deck. I guess you need something that's not a VMAX, but I don't know. I think you're better off to just go straight for your VMAX and try to do mass destruction with him. I know Logan's Rapid Strike can shoot to the bench, so I'm going to evolve this one. Like I said, I've already searched. I do have both available. That'll keep that other Urshifu V from being knocked out. And again, I'm just kind of playing the waiting game here. Trying to set up this big one-hit. I guess the problem with waiting is Logan may wear me down to the point that I might not get anything but the one-hit. So there is only a 2-2 line in here, which is... we'll talk more about the decks here as we go. But there's some Pokemon lines that could be improved to make these stronger. Play Verna Vitality, and gotta remind myself what I can do. It's only energy back in. I was thinking you could put any of your Single Strike cards back in, so I'll get one of those back in. Excuse my rustiness a little bit here. It's been so long since I've actually played a game with cards. That's all I'm gonna pass. I don't want to put that extra damage on him right now. So
I'll draw. Sort of think about what order I want to do things here. I'll start with the Rapid Strike Search to get the Stadium out, so I can free retreat and potentially use my Gale Thrust again.
That's really good in that deck. That's that free switch. I guess not everybody but Encino, but still, that's pretty strong.
I keep thinking I have to discard it for some reason, but go ahead and knock his Stadium out. Then make do with the stone, since there's plenty of those in the deck. And it looks like I have the boss in the hand, so I'm thinking about whether I want to use the Gale Thrust or GMAX Rapid Flow this turn. I'll attach the Rapid Strike energy and retreat with the Tower of Waters. Now we'll play the boss on the other Urshifu, so I can try to spread my damage out and knock out 2 VMAXs to end the game.
It's kind of where I wish I had that stone.
Just adjusting some damage there. And I did the Gale Thrust. Or 150 again.
Yes, I guess that takes me to 170, I guess. I think I'm definitely at a spot that I've got to go for this one shot now, or this is going to be over very soon. So I am using Single Strike Roar. It's going to give me 20 more. I think that takes me to 190. Let's take a quick look and see what else I have. May not have wanted to toss away the urns the way I did early, but I think this is coming down to kind of now or never. I'll get a stone down. We'll reduce 20. Don't know that matters. I'll go ahead and Primate Wisdom again. And Research. Trying to hit that second VMAX or Evolution Incense or something here. Hit the VMAX off the Research, so it's got that stone energy on there as well. But looking at G-Max, one blow does 270, but it also says its damage is not affected by any effects on your opponent's Pokemon. So you're 270, 290, 310, 330 with the guys, and stone would reduce it, but yeah. So hitting through
Not
the
realizing I wasn't safe there, and he's gonna one-shot me with the G-Max one blow.
Yeah. Almost we needed to call a judge here, but we don't have one. So, but yeah, just make sure we get the math right. Toss all the energy with G-Max one blow. Does 330. Yeah, 330, and that is a one shot. So take 3 prizes, burn a lot of resources, and now I'm sitting there with 2 wounded bears. We'll see if I can do anything else.
Alright, so I'll start by a quick balling. Looking for the Zigzagoon here to try to help my damage out. Using Headbutt Tantrum on the Urshifu.
That takes
Bringing
me
him to 200.
200, yeah.
I'm hoping here to get the Scoop Up Net somehow so I could Rapid Blow on the 2 Urshifu VMAX, but I've got to check to see if it's in the deck, and if I can even get it this turn. I think there's only 1 in the deck. Rapid Strike Search, get a Phalanx out.
Another one of those okay inclusions. There's probably better choices, but that's kind of the Stonejourner of his deck, I guess.
Yeah, and I was looking for the VMAX this turn, but he was not in the deck, so I had to settle for the Phalanx, play the Marty, hopefully disrupt my opponent.
Yeah, I had a pretty nice hand.
Those 3 prizes are definitely good for him.
Yeah, that. Don't know that seals my fate there, but that does not help.
And yeah, I played the Rapid Strike Energy, looking to do the 100 Furious Blows this turn and still get a knockout, so I don't fall too far behind. Did I make do?
Yeah, I guess that's one nice thing about this. You draw 3 at a time. If you prize one of these guys, you've got a pretty good chances of getting him.
Yeah, looks like I'm ordinary riding, so I can get the Urshifu and VMAX back out, along with the energy that I discarded so far.
Yeah, I was saying, Ordinary Rod doesn't seem useful in this. I guess the way they're built, it is useful. But again, that's that's a discussion for maybe after we play these games.
Yeah, it looks like if I had searched my deck first and realized I didn't have the VMAX in the deck, then I probably would have headbutt tantrum somewhere else because the damage is sort of going to waste. There's not really too much you can do with it in this deck because there's not many scoop up nets.
It's pretty much just 2 times, I guess.
Yeah. And then I will just retreat the auxiliary and use the 100 Furious Blows for 150 and knockout and 3 prizes of my own.
And I am in a tough spot. I've got this Single Strike Scroll of Scorn. Let me make that name any longer. I already got damage on this Urshifu, so I guess maybe we'll send him up and just do that if nothing else presents itself here. That's nice because it does let you have 1 energy attack, 10 damage, 10 more for each damage counter on you. And I've got 150.
There's nice with the Single Strike ability.
Yeah, I guess I can add a little bit more damage. I guess. Yeah, let's go ahead and Marty. I guess I'm starting to show a little rust on the actual playing. So used to playing trading card game online and the random hands that they give you. It's actually weird to get actual hands again. I'm going to attach a stone. I've got a bunch of my single strikes in the discard pile, which again may have been an error the way I tossed a few too many urns. I'm going to go ahead and use Single Strike Roar. Gives me that 20 damage boost. Actually, with this scroll, I guess it's basically a 40 damage boost because I'll get 20 more damage on myself. Still not going to get a knockout here.
Yeah, it's really close, I think.
It's got me at 170. So we use the Furious Anger.
So he just misses me there. I will, I think I'm at 180. I will use the level ball, searching for the other Sensino, but it is also prized, it seems. So I just have to settle for that Remoraid, as that Marty hand was not too good. I'm lucky you missed out on the knockout there, that way I can still use my regular Urshifu V and get some more damage on it before
I think the things that seem like we're missing here would be solved by just stronger lines of the VMAXs.
make do, discard the Remoraid. Think about what to do with my limited resources. Attached to the Sensino in case I need to attack with that. Sort of thinking about what else to do here.
Does the Fierce Blows, can you attack?
Yeah, I can attack again. I was thinking about if I wanted to sort of stall a bit and see if I could draw something better.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the one. My Urshifu V can attack if I use my the regular V's on the next turn.
I did Rapid Strike Search for our supporter, Karina's Focus, and combo.
I think it's an overlooked combo. That Octillery and Karina's Focus is really good. I play that in the Baby Urshifu V deck I have, and that's a savior in that deck.
Oh, yeah. I played the switch and then retreated back just to give me some more cards to draw, and then use the Karina to draw 2 cards. Yes, I will just use the 100 Furious Blows again. Hopefully get the Urshifu within range. Does only 130 because of the stone energy attached. And as I say, I just need 3 more prizes, so I'm trying to knock out this guy. But because I don't have a VMAX in play, that's less to knock out 2 more Pokemon.
I am barely there, but no pun intended, I guess. All those fails. Oh, Marnie.
So we were doing this instead of Judge.
Yeah. If I had another draw option or something, Judge would be good in this kind of deck. But I've got that. Shoot, I forget what he's called. Bruno is included in this. I don't think I've seen him. One more earn. I'll put 2 Single Strike Energies back in.
Okay, there's 4 in that deck. It's definitely done.
I'm gonna play my Tower of Darkness. Finally get rid of that free retreat that's been murdering me for the last couple turns. I guess my choices here kind of go to Stonejourner, or I think my Urshifu VMAX is could get knocked out by just about everything on his side at this point, so quick ball and look again. Yeah, this would be a nice time to be setting up another Urshifu VMAX, but being that I threw away the rod and there's a 2/2 line, I'm just going to take this Houndour, get him out of the deck so I don't draw him. I'm going to use him, kind of toss him with the Stadium there if to draw if I need to do that. I'll just go ahead and do that and get rid of him. I'm a Single Strike Roar. I think this is kind of coming down to kind of the only option the deck kind of presents me at this point is just to go to the Stonejourner. I got to get 3 prizes though, and somehow or another avoid Logan taking out this VMAX and taking his 3. So that is odds are not in my favor. I have to take 20 damage, which doesn't matter. The Stonejourner is only 130. And giving up a single prize actually would at least extend the game for me. We got a decent attack. We've been better back in the day. This Lance Pulse does 30. If there's a Stadium in play, it does 30 more. So I've got 60, and then my Single Strike Energy lets it go to 80. So Again, back when we first started playing, 80 damage for 2 energies was amazing. It's not terrible at this point, but... And I guess Logan's going to give me a Mencino to do bad things to, as he's already weak to fighting anyway, so...
Yeah, luckily between the Marty, or when I joined before, and him only having the escape rope, all I've got to do is just attack the Urshifu again, since my main attacker's still in there.
Yep.
And I have multiple ways to do it. I can do Rapid Strike Blow with the Rapid Strike Search and take a double knockout here. Or I could have bossed. Multiple options. I had a good hand there.
Yeah, I think that was kind of inevitable, but closer game than I kind of thought it would be, honestly. So we're gonna pick this one up and play game 2. Alright, I lost that first one, obviously, so I am choosing to go first again. Definitely trying to evolve first, and something that definitely would have helped in that first game would be to get more than one Houndoom out. So I think if you get multiple Houndooms going in this deck, it is much stronger. But we'll see. Did get a decent start here. I have 2 Houndours and a Rangaroo. Still no Urshifu V because of that 2/2 line. It's a little harder to hit.
And yeah, I'll start with the Zigzagoon. That's so good. Sort of judging that he is not so good start, so I was going to take it slow, but here I'm just searching out with the level ball, getting that Remoraid so I can evolve next turn, and lucky draw on the Mencino, because my hand is not that great, but looks like I do have a supporter. Yeah, and starting with the Zigzagoon is going to limit my damage because I can only scoop of net him one time this game.
Yeah, that robs you of one of his uses. So.
And I just end my turn there.
Alright. Luckily, he didn't have a chance to see that I was just trying to hold on to what I had in my hand. That's why I didn't do much else on that first turn. A quick ball. There is one of my VMAXs. And just the one, so we're going to get the Urshifu V out. That is, I think I'm kind of making that point over and over, so it's definitely something to consider when you look at these guys. You definitely want to stretch this line out to more than a 2/2, or have some other attacker outfall to Houndoom. Little Marnie away my 1 card. Early Marnie like that can be pretty crippling to your opponent. I don't know what Logan lost there, but that 2 Urshifu V. Definitely a better start on this one than the previous game. I'm going to toss Stonejourner. Again, I think he's just a distraction, at least the way that I play this deck he is. Go ahead and Single Strike Roar. Start charging one of my Urshifu Vs. I think that's one reason people maybe don't play this as much is because of the taking the damage, but I think that's really what keeps this in check from being maybe overpowered. So I like the balance there. I take my 20. I'm going to attach and retreat the Houndour, and it gives me a chance to go ahead and laser focus. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It lets me get 2, and it's only fighting energy cards. It doesn't say basic on here, but all these special energies are not fighting until they're actually attached to a fighting Pokemon, so you can't get them. So basically all you can get are these the basic guys. So only four in the deck, and
It's really the only purpose they serve is if you use this attack. Or I guess if you get hit by somebody that blocks special energy or something.
Well, draw. Realizing I definitely should have used that Juniper instead of holding, just to get more cards instead of the drawbacks of discarding my hand there. Realizing my deck is pretty clumped up, so I've got to shuffle that more in the Sense Emo out here with level balls, so I can try to draw something out of that Marnie. Yeah, a good shuffle here.
Yeah, early Marnie is good in the game. It's good anytime, but especially early. You can really set somebody back with one if you get lucky anyway.
And since I have such a small hand, I'm debating what to discard. Stone is a good target for the Make-Do. Let's see. Just get another energy. Gotta get someone out to attack here, so I'm gonna play the quick ball and trying to figure out what to discard from my small hand. Just the other stone, since I can use the other energy a bit better later on.
I don't know if I see a lot of Rapid Strike decks playing stone energies in them at the moment. I don't know if that's a current inclusion, but some nice thing about these decks is they do show you at least ways you can take it, different options.
Yeah, and I will play the Scoop of Net on the Zigzagoon so I can get an attack off this turn and hope I can get something next turn. Use the Headbutt Tantrum on the active to get some damage. Hopefully set me up for an easier knockout. And then Strafe. Definitely switching here, make him try to get the boss if he wants to knock it out.
Bench. I was kind of thinking about throwing him away with the Stadium, but we'll go full on Houndoom in this game. So gotta get the other ones. I'm gonna try Primate Wisdom. I gotta remember what to do with it or how to do it. Then I will use Tower Darkness. Throw away a Tower Darkness, draw 2. Deck is not being friendly. And a quick ball. We'll get that second Orangaroo out just to thin a little bit. Definitely think if I was building this one myself, there would not be 2 Orangaroo in it. But nice thing about buying one of these guys is if you didn't have any Orangaroo, you get enough for 2 decks. Attach a Single Strike to my other Urshifu, and then I will Professor's Research. This is about as good of a combo as I could have probably hoped for here. That second Houndoom. Kind of wish I could boss, but I've already played my supporter. So I am going to just Impact Blow for overkill.
I'll send up my Remoraid. Hope I can draw something with the Make-Do. Play the Stadium so I can maybe attack this turn and play the Marnie. Hopefully draw something off of this.
Let's live by the Marnie, die by the Marnie. Didn't want to give that hand up.
Luckily I did draw into something. I got the VMAX and Energy and Evolution Incense, so I can get some more things set up this game. Get my artillery out here. While I'm at it, use the Rapid Strike Search to get another Urshifu on the board so he can hopefully evolve. Then retreat the artillery. Attack with my Urshifu. Let's see. I will use the Rapid Strike VMAX Rapid Flow to go ahead and hit both of them before he has a chance to knock me out and my energy goes to waste. But he is still alive. Barely.
It's 60. It takes me to 180. Math. 120 on my other one, so.
Trying to set up some knockouts here for later.
I think I'm definitely at, and this is kind of an all or nothing deck. I don't think I'm giving away too much to say that I've got one of my 2 Urshifu VMAX's prize, so I've gotta be kind of calculating here. Wouldn't share that if this was a tournament game, but for purposes of this anyway, it's kind of showing how these decks function as they come boxed. So I'm using Houndoom Single Strike War. I talked through my turns too much to Logan knew what I was doing. But trying to decide where to attach. I think the thing to do is just go ahead. Probably best to just go ahead and go with this active one because don't think he can live. I think that's the way to go. 20 more damage there. Get the knockout here, it'll be worth it.
Here I am hoping he knocks himself out with the Single Strike Roar before he can evolve, but not happening.
Not saying I wouldn't make a mistake like that at the moment. If I play this a few more times, I wouldn't be scratching my head as much. Built this thing online, but obviously the build's a little bit different. And actually haven't played the online version of it for a little while. No Evolution Incense, get this 3rd Houndoom in, which makes this deck pretty ridiculous at this point. One thing I do love about these Houndooms is they are 130, so kind of deters a Rapid Strike player, at least the way this deck is built, from going after them. I guess if you do it with Inteleon, nothing's really safe. So I'm going to attach him there, take 20 more. I guess got me to 220. But worth it because I get the knockout set up here. And I will VMAX one blow for 330. Then the knockout. And take 3.
Draw. Drew the Cheryl. Don't know if that'll be able to come in handy. I'm sort of debating what order to do here. I could Rapid Strike Search, or I could make do first.
I don't think I noticed that Cheryl was on that list. Good to know at this point because that can be pretty devastating.
So I'll go with the Rapid Strike Search first. See if I can't get a attachment or draw something here. I'm go with the VMAX because I really need to get this knockout. The only way I can do that is by using the Gale Thrust this turn. I hope I can draw well off of this Mincino then.
I've played so many different versions of this attack over the years. I guess the one that I remember the most, I guess, is Galissapod, where he came active, and I can't remember what his attack was called at this point.
I'll make do the other stadium, believing that my dad does not have many other stadiums in the list, wrongly, but I was hoping I could save the tool scrapper because I used that tool last game, and if I could get rid of it this game, then that would help. But I will just promote with the retreat and use the Gale Thrust, get 3 prizes, hopefully give me the draw something here.
It'll be a little quicker game, I believe. I'm gonna draw. I think we can get this with these 3 Houndooms in. Like, so this kind of enters into the realm of the ridiculous. But yeah, my urn, I can put back 2 single strikes. That gives me enough by themselves to get the knockout. I just have to get 1 more energy in play without a search. Can't remember if I have another one in the deck or not, but yeah, I should have just done that to start. But go ahead and search. There's 1, 2 of those. That will, so I got 120. That'll up my damage by 40. Take me to 160. That's enough damage there. Just got to get this 1 more energy. Attach the Scroll of Scorn. Play my stadium, see if we can get it this way. I'm going to go ahead and Primate Wisdom for 1, and that was all I needed to do. So I can G-Max 1 blow again for 330, and 2 attacks, 2 knockouts for 6. So that's a nice game 2. We will see if we can decide this in game 3.
Alright, yeah, since I lost the last game, I'm going to choose to go first so I can get started first, hopefully. So I'm starting with basic and supporter, so not going to be too helpful, but we'll see what happens.
I think you saw in the last game the strength of getting evolved first. I really got all those Houndooms and kind of rolled from there, so seems to be the way to go with both of these decks.
Alright, start. Not get any other basics to play, so I'm just going to attach, and that's all I can do.
I'm going to draw. Got about the same start as last time. I think I had 1 more Houndour. Not much choice there. I'm going to Primate Wisdom, see if we can get a better supporter, and did not. So, it's not a great option, but it is the option. And a Bruno. If this is after knockout, I get 7. Otherwise, I get 4. Get into a supporter here and maybe Stadium or anything that can kind of start this chain of drawing this deck can do. I think we'll be okay. Or I could get 4 horrible cards and not be okay. We'll see. And got the Tower of Darkness. I'm going to go ahead and toss an urn, draw with that, and okay. that's it. That's all I can do.
Alright, start here. You got a supporter, definitely gonna be fast this game and not make the same mistake as last time. Getting some really good cards off of this, I can definitely set up now. Start with the quick ball, away my Marty since I don't need that right now.
Sure you don't play that, Marty. Might use that, Marty.
Can't after I just did the Juniper there. But get out my only target. Only way to get the Urshifu, so I can use him later. Then I'll keep searching my deck with one of these two Pokeballs. The level ball. And noticing now, if I get one more Rapid Strike Pokemon, I can actually knock out his active Pokemon with the Phalanx Rapid Strike Squad, which is going to be my goal here. So I've got 3 in play, so 60 times 2, that'll be enough.
Like we
Which
both
is definitely fast here.
We've both been forced into using these little single prizers here.
This one's coming in handy this time.
I don't like the Phalanx on that one so much because you have other Pokemon that are not Rapid Strike, but I guess if you can get enough Rapid Strikes down.
And not going to play the quick ball, just save my hands and get the attachment on the Urshifu so I can attack with him later.
Yeah, that's times 2. Knock out.
Just enough.
Draw. Got another Rangaroo. I wish that was an Urshifu. I'm going to toss that Scroll of Scorn and draw 2. I'm gonna Evolution Incense, and what are we gonna do here? We'll attack with Houndoom. I don't have anything. I don't have a way to get anybody else no bonus in grabbing the Urshifu VMAX without the V down. I'm gonna grab him. See what is Phalanx here? See 110. I'm going to attach a Single Strike. My Houndoom does Darkness Fang 50, 70. I can almost get this guy with the Houndoom. I'm just going to miss him. I'm going to use the Single Strike Roar to get a second Single Strike energy. Of course, that does 20 damage to me. That might not have been a great choice, but this is kind of desperation mode. And Darkness Fang for, yeah, I guess 90. Primate Wisdom. And not get anything beneficial. So I will Darkness Fang for 90.
And here, knowing I have a good hand, I can evolve and quick ball out my other card to get the Zigzagoon, which I was going to do if we didn't use the Single Strike Roar. Get the Houndoom in range of the Rapid Flow, and all I need here is just to draw into a way to get my other Rapid Strike energy, and I can knock out both of his Pokemon here. Just gonna see if I can get an Octillery or draw into it with the supporter. Now we'll use the Professor's Research, and it's the second card there. That's all I needed. So luckily, it's the only way I could have gotten it, so I retreat manually and use the G-Max Rapid Flow for 120 to both Pokemon, and my dad's out of Pokemon, so I win.
Double knockout, and that was the quickest. I guess the crown goes to Rapid Strike. It's not the way I thought that we would get there. But that's the way these games go sometimes.
That's some good prizes there.
Alright, some quick thoughts on both these decks. First off, they retail about $25 to $30, I guess, just depending on where you find them. They say they're level 2. I think level 1 are pretty much just those little basic starter decks that have 1V in them. So these are obviously more competitive than those. My opinion of them is these are a great way to get into the game, or even if you're already into the game and you just want the core to kind of build one of these two decks. This is way cheaper than trying to just go track down all the singles, I think, because this basically gives you the majority of what you need. As far as my deck goes, it really just needs a little bit of expansion of the Single Strike line of the VMAXs. Everything else in it is pretty functional. You can play around with supporters, counts, and things like that. But if you've watched during all 3 matches, the only struggles that I really had were just getting a Single Strike Urshifu V out to start with, and once that happened, this deck kind of explodes. So it's very good there.
So for the Rapid Strike deck, it's also pretty consistent. I like the Mencino line, the artillery line. You could probably alter some of those depending on how you like to play. And as well with the energy line, it was a little much, but it was also came in handy a few times. That's just the thing, as you play, you sort of figure out which cards you like, which cards you'd like to see more of, or you'll potentially add some more cards. Like the Fan of the Waves rarely got used, but if you were worried about special energy, you could up that. Same with the Cheryl. If I was in trouble of getting knocked out with my VMAX, I could have used those some more. I probably would have wanted to see a few more Pokemon search cards with maybe Level Ball or Evolution Incense. And the Phalanx did not help that much, so there could definitely be some more Pokemon, attacking Pokemon. And there's many ways you could add more cards to this with like Crobat V, or you could add in the Inteleon line, or other Rapid Strike friends like Blaziken, or Zeraora, or Sylveon. A lot of different ways to go. This is a great way to start it.
Yeah, and if you look at these 2 deck lists real quick, I mean, the Rapid Strike one has 3 Phalanx, there's 2 Stone Turners, like I have 2 Oranguru. You could plug a single Prizer in there, just 1 in either of these lists, but having that many of them is kind of overkill, and that's space that could be better used. I mean, the easy fix to mine is just a Tyranitar, the Single Strike Tyranitar that gives you a counter to Shadow Rider, and it gives you a counter to Mew VMAX. Obviously, I think a lot of people are playing this Umbreon VMAX with a Single Strike Urshifu teched in, but if you like this deck the way it is, it's a cheap fix to just add a Tyranitar.
And yeah, I think between the 2, I would say that the Single Strike has a better list, but does have some things to handicap it, and you could definitely make that into a strong one from what you already have. You might need to go grab some more cards to make the Rapid Strike more competitive, but it is a good start as well.
Yeah, and head to head, these decks are pretty evenly matched. I mean, like I said, it's either going after the one shot or setting up multiple knockouts with the Rapid Strike. But when you get, I guess you need to think about these decks outside of just a head-to-head matchup, how they would actually fare in the format. The Single Strike being able to just one-shot anything that's 330 HP is obviously amazingly powerful, and the Rapid Strike, really with all the other things in the format, Crobat Vs on people's benches and things like that, they can just sit there and pick decks apart and kind of play around anything.
Yeah, it's got that Telescopic Sight, Passimian, and Echoing Horn that all lets you do more damage to the bench, which is really the strength of that deck.
Yeah, like I said, there's lots of ways to go with these guys. I don't have a recommendation of one of these over the other. I like them both. We just kind of picked these at random, and Logan picked one, and I played the other. I would be satisfied playing either in an event. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed the matches. See a little bit of the mechanics of how they played, and see if you like one over the other. But I thought bringing you a live match would be a nice way to kind of kick off 2022 for us. We'll try to come back with some more content as we have time. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. This has been Hee-Haw with Logan.
Hi.
For Dark Moon Cards and Games. Be not afraid. Later.